Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Reading RuneScape Updates So You Don't Have To. November 11th, 2020, The Nightmare in Chambers of Xeric, Quality of Life. Poll 73 changes The Nightmare. Gillinor's scariest boss has now been updated this week in line with changes you voted for. She says thank you, and also guttural screeching noises. To kick off things, the Nightmare's initial start timer has been reduced from 40 seconds to 30 seconds. If you're brave enough to fight her for more than once in a row, you'll need to use the Disturb option to wake her from her slumber, which will start a 10-second countdown. You'll also notice some changes to one of the key parts of the Nightmare fight itself. From today, when fighting her in groups of 6 or more, 200 will be added to her shield, and 30 will be added to her totems, down from 460 respectively, all of which should make the fight more exciting. In addition, you can now use prayers to fully negate the damage from the Nightmare's husk and parasites. There's good news for treasure seekers too. Firstly, the cost of the Eldritch Staff's special attack has been reduced from 75% to 55%. Secondly, your chance of getting your own little nightmare pet has been rescaled depending on the size of your group. Here's the new drop chances. Number of players, as shown below. Lastly, we've resolved the audio bug that was making the sound effect played when the Nightmare's confusion curse ended too quiet. We've also resolved an issue where the Nightmare would sometimes appear to be facing away from the player who took damage, because she was retargeting the player with the highest defense halfway through her attack. Meanwhile, across the pond, Chambers of Xeric has also undergone a few renovations. Most excitingly, we've hired the finest lizardmen architects to update the map pools. Maps in the large pool now uniformly contain 5 combat and 3 puzzle rooms per raid. The regular pool now has equal amounts of small and medium raids. To complement this change, a secondary checkbox has been added to the party board outside of the Chambers of Xeric that lets you toggle between regular and large map pools. Now onto everyone's favorite little dudes, scavengers. From today, scavengers will spawn more consistently with a preference for location near players. This should make them easier to catch, which in turn will make this room a little less frustrating. In addition, when killing a scavenger, a message will appear that makes it clear who will receive the drop. Lastly, if an iron player deals the most damage but not all of the damage to a Chambers of Xeric boss, all other raiders will receive a message announcing that they have earned the drop. This message will override any chat filters you have enabled, so don't worry about missing it. Keep an eye out for more poll number 73 updates in the coming weeks. On to League 2 Trailblazer hotfixes. Another week, another round of cheeky fixes to our new favorite game mode. Here's the list of changes for this week. The Crystal of Memories will now only ask you to confirm teleporting into dark areas which are dangerous instead of all dark areas. Thorgal now appears in the Temple of Light outside the Death Altar. Players can now reclaim a free Impling jar from the League's tutor once per day. All remaining Sherlock, Fallow, Cecilia, and Zaya clues have been removed. If you encountered one we've missed, let us know. The tasks to build a U or magic birdhouse have been clarified. They now tell you to set up a birdhouse. More items have been added to the shop auto restock, including mithril plate bodies, black plate bodies, helmets sold in Barbarian Village, swamp paste, nature runes, buckets of slime. The botanist's relic will now correctly save secondary ingredients when making the following: stamina potions, sandfuse serums, antidote ++, super combat potions, anti-venoms, weapon poison ++, extended super anti-fires. The task to equip a trimmed Amulet of Glory will now complete when equipping the charged version. The Crystal of Memories will no longer erroneously tell you it has saved your location when you use it to return from where you came from. The task Kill Vorkath 5 times in a row without special damage is now completable. The Create a Combat Potion Desert Task can now be completed anywhere in the area instead of a place where the player is affected by desert heat. Loot broadcasts from the private God Wars dungeon instances now correctly broadcast into their instance instead of the non-instance boss room. Endless Harvest will now work correctly when mining salt and basalt in the Weiss salt mine. Stringing jewelry with the String Jewelry spell will now complete the relevant League and Achievement Diary tasks. Quick Shot will now save charges when used by crossbow. Double Cast will now save charges when used by the Slayer Staff E. The description of the Double Cast relic has been updated to state that binding and ice spells have a 100% accuracy against creatures. The effect will be activated if the player has plus 60 magic attack accuracy in their equipment screen, the player has plus 20 magic attack accuracy in their equipment screen, and they are wearing full Void Knight mage gear or full Elite Void Knight mage gear. Time challenge tasks in the Hallowed Sepulchre should now be completable, if you're good enough. Hell Puppy pets which were incorrectly left uninsured and then lost will now be reinsured if you have it in your collection log and open the task interface. You can then reclaim your beloved Hell Puppy from the League's tutor. Equipping an uncharged Brutus shield will now correctly complete the Equip a Matching Brutus shield task. The tasks to kill a God Wars general X times now specifically states that you must kill the same general. The following tasks, which all require Misthalin and one other region, will now be listed under the Other heading in the task interface. Defeat a Rune Dragon, equip a Dragon Crossbow, equip a Dorgashan Crossbow, complete the Lost Tribe, complete Death to Dorgashan, steal a diamond in Dorgash Khan, pickpocket a Bullseye Lantern from a Cave Goblin. Here are the point thresholds for each rank in the Trailblazer League as the time of this update. Dragon, 25,240. Rune, 18,310. Adamant, 8,990. Mithril, 4,480. Steel, 1,730. Iron, 530. Bronze, 100. And then goes on to talk about merch and Goblin and the Golden Gnomes. Thank you so much for watching this update. Have a great day.